And game. Barcelona 6. Olympiacos 1. And what I'm going to just say before I get into the game, this was the perfect rehearsal match before playing Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. A lot of goals scored, confidence was raised in this match, and everybody came out healthy. You honestly, as a Barcelona fan, you couldn't have asked for more. And I appreciate the fact it wasn't one of those tight ball games. As you see my puppy here, I'm glad it wasn't one of those tight ball games where we're exerting a lot of energy just trying to get a result out of this, therefore leaving us on the back foot going into the El Clásico. But a great performance, man. Great performance all around. I think everybody in the attack had a contribution. Fermin had a hat trick. Rashford had 2 goals. Lamine got a penalty goal. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Dro got an assist. Let me pull up the stats real quick. Because the team today, man, proud of the boys. Proud of the boys. We balled out. So, yeah, so the first goal was scored by Fermin. The ball was kind of bouncing around a little bit after playing the ball into Lamine. It kind of just fell back to him. It was a great finish. The second goal, Fermin, this time it was assisted by Dro. Great tackle, great pressing really from the team, winning the ball back in the final third. And that time it was done by Pedri. We haven't seen a lot of that, if I'm being honest. We haven't really seen a lot of us winning the ball back in the final third to be able to quickly get a transition goal. Like we haven't really seen a lot of those. So it was good to see that. Great tackle from Pedri. Dro got it, played it in to Fermin, who scored his second goal. We was up 2-0 at half, and I was in the stream, and I was talking to the guys, and I'm like, when's the last time we had a 2-goal lead, at least a 2-goal lead going into halftime this season? It's only happened twice outside of this Olympiacos match. The first time it happened, it was against Getafe at home when we won 3-0. And Mallorca, we got 2 goals. I think it was Fernan. He got both of those goals to put us up 2-0. But it hasn't happened a lot. Like the amount of goals we score, you would think that we would have more games where we have at least a 2-goal lead going in a half, but this is only now the 3rd time it's happened this season. And so we were flying. Now, what was funny is in the chat we was talking, and shout out to my dog Yapper, man, because I was saying my prediction is 3-1. I don't think Barcelona is in any shape to be keeping clean sheets yet. It's sad to say because we are playing against Olympiacos, and then the game before that's Getafe, and then Sevilla before that. So it's like, if we couldn't keep a clean sheet against them, I knew we weren't going to keep a clean sheet against Olympiacos. So they scored a goal, but then they waved it off because he was offsides. But then they go to VAR and they see that Eric Garcia, it hits his hand, so they get a penalty. It was Odu's name because he played pretty well. He was on the, Ayub El Kabi. You know, forgive me for his name. Forgive me for saying his name wrong, if I'm saying it wrong. Hell, I gave you enough credit because you're in the goddamn thumbnail. So, but he gets the goal off the penalty. It was a great penalty too, class penalty. Hits the post. Szczesny couldn't really do anything about that. In the 68th minute, actually even before that 68th minute, in the 57th minute, Santiago Heze, he gets a second yellow. He's trying to fight Casado off the ball, and we see this all the time. He's trying to fight him off the ball. He swings his arm back, makes contact with the player's face, and if they know that you're on a yellow, I don't care who it is, and I don't care who you support. If they already know you're on the yellow, you swing your arm back, they're going to embellish that contact. They're going to act like they got shot in the chest and cut up a few times in the face with the knife if they find out you on the yellow card and you just got hit. And you know what? Credit to the referee, because while I didn't agree with Balde getting a yellow card in the first, I think he got a yellow card in the 20th minute, and I didn't agree with that at all. It was soft contact. He made contact to the face, but the referee showed early on, I'm calling yellows on those. So because he gave him a yellow for that, I knew that Eze was going to get his second yellow as soon as he made contact with Casido, because he's been keeping it consistent. And I give him credit for that, because sometimes referees will be like, I don't want to send him off, even though I did just give another player a yellow card for something very similar. He could have done that, but he didn't. And obviously, down 2-1, and though Barcelona's had its struggles this year, you're down 2-1 in the Champions League at Barcelona. Everybody knew goals was going to start pouring in. I forgot my guy's name in the chat, 97. You don't know my name, 97. If I got your name wrong, I'm sorry, bro. But I remember he came in the chat and he was like, soft penalty, because after the second yellow, they're down to 10 men. That's when it leads to the 68th minute. The ball was played into Rashford. Live reaction, I didn't think it was a penalty. I can't lie to y'all, I didn't think it was. But it was enough contact to where the referee needed to see one replay. First of all, he was told to go to VAR, so the people in the VAR room warned it needs a second look. And then he goes and look at the replay. He looks at it one time, decision made, penalty. So I can sit here and say it was kind of questionable all day, all night. If VAR felt it warranted another review and the ref only needed one look at it, it's a penalty. Nothing more to talk about. And Lamine, credit to him, he went up there cool, calm, collected, and he tucked it in. Didn't even really, it was half-ass effort. That's how calm he looked. But that just shows his poise. That's all that was. So that goal puts us up 3-1. And then a great run from Balde to play in Rashford, who I believe this was the goal he scored where he nutmegs him and scores near post, which I thought was crazy, because it's how did he even get that off? To where you're standing straight up, you do a fake shot, shoot in between his legs, and still beat the keeper near post. Rashford's finishing is elite, bro. It's elite. So that put us up 4-1. In the 76th minute, Fermin Lopez, he gets his hat trick. Beautiful run from Rooney. That Elastico he pulled out, bro, that was tough. That was tough. It was beautiful. Because that's what's created it. He was able to get the space going down the right-hand side. He pulls out the Elastico, and he slips when trying to find Fermin in the middle, but the ball still gets to Fermin. So credit to Rooney on that. You did the dribble and you found the man, even if you did slip. But he was able to find Fermin. Fermin was able to bury it. That's his hat trick. Goals is just flying in at this point. And then the last one, this was in the 79th minute. Rashford scores yet again, this time assisted by Pedro. So we win the game outright 6-1. We got a chance to see Mark Bernal get some minutes. All in all, man, like I said, this was just a perfect game. I'm going to be honest, perfect game. Everybody came off there healthy, good rehearsal match before El Clásico, and we move. I will say this. That red card definitely did change the game. Of course it does. When you're playing with 10 men on the road in Champions League against a good team, one of the favorites, it's always going to be tough trying to keep it close. If they would have had all 11 on the pitch, it definitely wouldn't have ended up 6-1 like how it did. But you can't control that, man. You're on the yellow card, you got to be mindful of trying to push somebody off. Even if you did just graze somebody's face, you're on the yellow card. And if the ref feels like it's another yellow, then it's another yellow. So I won't sit here and hark over that. I do think even without the red, we would have won the game. My initial projection was 3-1. We was probably on our way to winning that game 3-1 if we wouldn't have had that red card. So either way, Barcelona's going to get 3 points. So and I don't want to look, Madridistas, I don't want to hear anything from y'all, because after that Getafe game, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything. That that red card that Vini drew on Getafe, that was shameless. But Getafe, you got to understand, this is what they do. You can't feed into it. And Getafe fell into that trap. And so they got it. I didn't even make a post about it. I kept my mouth shut. So I better not go on there and see any Madridistas, especially because the game they had just happened. I better not see y'all in there talking about UEFA Lona and cheating. I don't want to hear that. I don't. But I'll take it, man. Like I said, it's a good performance all the way around. Can't even really complain. I thought everybody played well. My man of the match, it has to go to Fermin. Balled out. Did he get an assist as well? Did he get an assist? I don't think he got an assist. No, and that's what I like about Fermin. I'm just gonna come in and I'm just gonna bang goals. Like, I'm a 10, and if I find you, I'll find you. But I'm here to score goals, and this is why a lot of the fans prefer him over Dani Olmo. But more on that, trust me. More on that coming soon. But yeah, man, it was a successful stream. Great game. Great rehearsal match going into El Clásico. I'm gonna have a match preview coming out in a couple days for that game, so get ready for that, and we're gonna be live like how we always are when that game comes around. But I do appreciate y'all for stopping by, watching this video, and the people that watch the live stream. If you haven't seen it already, I definitely recommend y'all to check that out. Leave a like on there. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and leave a comment on what you thought about the game today and how you feel going into El Clásico, because it's a big game. It is a very big game. It's still early, but it's still a big game for sure. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'm gonna catch up with y'all on the next one, man. But until then,